So, let's talk about Donkey Kong Bananza. There's a lot to say, and there's a lot I want to say, but this video will have spoilers. So, if you haven't beaten the game yet, I recommend you do before watching this video. Or if you don't have a Switch 2, then fine, you can just watch this video. But yeah, Donkey Kong Bananza dropped last week, and I've been playing it, and I beat it yesterday. Yeah, I beat it pretty quickly. Maybe I rushed it a little bit, but let's talk about it. So, obviously, Donkey Kong Bonanza, it's like a Odyssey type game. Like it's kind of like Super Mario Odyssey in its game design, and it's like Super Mario Odyssey, but if you could like destroy all the terrain and shit like that, and it's pretty cool. It's honestly it's technologically impressive, and I like the gimmick a lot. But honestly, by the end of the game, I was so sick of the gimmick. I stopped collecting like the bananas, which is like the stars, the thing you need to collect in the game, the banana gems. That's what they're called. By the end of the game, I just stopped caring about them. I don't know. I like the game. I really do like Donkey Kong Bonanza, but the last few hours of the game honestly like soured my opinion of it. Maybe because I rushed it or something like that, but I don't know. I just got sick of the gimmick, and I wish there was something else to do in the game other than to just destroy terrain or stuff like that. And yeah, this game is like Odyssey in the way that the stars or the moons or the banana gems, they're all placed like randomly as hell, and they'll be in like a random spot, and you collect it, and it's in a random spot. It's not really. It's more random than the placement of the moons in Mario Odyssey, but at least you get to destroy the terrain to get to those bananas. Anyways, I wish there was more to do in Donkey Kong Bonanza than just destroy the terrain or do those little secret levels where you like destroy like the bad guys or whatever. The game has combat. It's pretty fun. It's unique. But I just wish there was more to do in the game because like Odyssey, the moons, like they all had like shit, sorry, I dropped something. The moons, they all had like different objectives. Like you capture a New Yorker so you could use the RC car to get a moon, like stuff like that. I wanted to see more stuff like that in Donkey Kong Bonanza, but sadly, it was just the same old, same old. Destroy the terrain to get the banana gems, complete the objectives, do that, and honestly, I just wish there was more to do than just the main gameplay loop. But the game is a lot of fun, and then, like I said, its technology, it's very impressive. It's very impressive to play this game. And it looks good on the Switch, but, the Switch 2 has DLSS, and Donkey Kong doesn't use it. It's probably because it started out as a Switch 1 game, and it's not so easy as to converting it to DLSS, or whatever the fuck it is. But DLSS it's like, I don't know, I think it's like upscaling like technology. It upscales shit, and you could get better frames with it. And Donkey Kong could have some like way better frames if it was DLSS, but it wasn't. And the game's performance, like honestly, sometimes it can be pretty bad. The frame rate, like it could drop to like 10 frames per second sometimes, but it's not for a really long time. It's probably for like 10 seconds or so. But like whatever they're trying to show off with their graphical capabilities, it's just sometimes it could lag a bit. Also, let's talk about the story. So, Donkey Kong and Pauline, they team up, but like Pauline's a kid for some reason. Well, they don't never explain that in the game at all. Like this game was supposed to have like a cool story or stuff like that, but they don't even explain like the main plot, dude. Like, why is Pauline a kid? I don't know. I guess we will never know. But yeah, it doesn't really get explained. But also, there's a certain character that's the final boss in Donkey Kong Bananza, and that would be King K. Rool. And I kind of felt like his inclusion of King K, like I thought his inclusion, it's cool and all, but I feel like it was added on like late into development or whatever, because like he kind of just comes out of nowhere and just steals the show, and you gotta beat him. And the final boss, it was good, but it was a long ass final boss. Like there was like two different boss fights in that fucking there was like three. There's like three different boss fights for one final boss. And that was long as fuck. It was not fun to sit through that, but it wasn't a bad final boss. But I feel like King K. Rool was just added like at the end of development or something, because like he's just there at the very very end, and he's randomly just the main bad guy. Like they had this new cast of bad guys that you that's like doing devious shit for the whole game, and then you beat them, and then King K. Rool comes out of nowhere. So I like King K. Rool, but like I feel like you could have, if this was less of a secret, I feel like it'd be cool if King K. Rool was like the final boss or stuff like that. But they like kept it such a secret, and it just seems like pointless, because like he's just the bad guy for some reason. He's just suddenly the bad guy, But yeah, I like King K. Rool, but I thought that's just my opinion though. Like I like that he's in the game. That's cool and all. But yeah, honestly, I felt the cutscenes to be a bit cringy. I don't know, like you have Pauline talking in English, and then you have like the monkeys like talking in some random language, and and Pauline will say some corny ass shit. It makes me remember that this is a game made for children, so I guess it's on me for playing a kids game. But anyways, like what I wanted to talk about is how like the last like few hours, or last like maybe like 5 worlds, I just got so sick of the game, and maybe that counts as rushing it because I still beat it anyways. But man, that last part of the game, it was not that fun at all. Like I was having a lot of fun like in the when I first started playing the game, and getting through like like the first 5 worlds or something like that, or something like that, and then I just like I don't know, it feels like I hit a wall or something, and the game stopped being fun, and I stopped caring about all the stuff you could like, all the banana gems you could get, all the fossils. I just stopped caring, and I felt like the game was a lot like there was less of a point to play the game when you kind of just ignore like that stuff. But what do you guys think? I still think this is a good game. I'd rank it like a 7.5 or 8 out of 10. I'd rank Super Mario Odyssey like similarly. So is this game a replacement for Odyssey? Like, is it a replacement to Odyssey? No, it's not a replacement to Odyssey. It's not a replacement to a Mario game. Even though it's made by the Mario Odyssey devs, it won't replace a Mario game, but it's still a good game to play, like, while you wait for Mario, right? That's what I mean. So, thank you guys for watching the video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope you guys have a great day.